Hello, everybody. Welcome to Frontier Friday. Thank you all for joining me for this impromptu Friday stream. Hello to everyone in chat. Rocky Johan, I'm sorry you have a fever and cough. I hope you feel better soon. I hope that the stream does, in fact, cheer you up. Nick Tringali, hello. I'm not juicing today, so sorry. Hello, Slacks. Thank you for the gift subs to Nick Tringali and A Maple Mystery. Also, hello, A Maple Mystery. And hello, DJ Larry Parker. No juice today. It's something a little different today. And I just got a gift sub and everything. Yeah, sorry, no juicing today. Now, today's going to be interesting because I am getting closer and closer. I should probably move my camera closer over this way. There. I'm getting ever so close to having a playable alpha, which means that the game will be playable from start to finish. And that way I can get it in front of testers and start getting some feedback and make any last minute changes I need to make before plonking down and doing full production on all the remaining art and stuff. But anyway, I'm building the game in order to do that, and I'm at the very last of the companion excursions. And I put together the other one earlier this week, and now I'm just sort of doing this as a Friday evening thing. Because it's really one of those things where once I get the initial thing taken care of, it's just rinse and repeat. But it's a stargazing minigame, so there's a few things that I need to make sure work before I do them. So what I'm doing right now is coding. So let me go ahead and I just put in all the tedious stuff here. So the way this works is right now I only have one constellation right now, which is the Little Dipper here. You can see the Ursa Minor is formed here, and there's Polaris. Finally, this is a real video game. I know, I've coded a fishing mini game. Now we've got a stargazing mini game. This is a real mini game. This is a real game. Hello, Pixie Cow. My bot is slow again. Well, better late than never, I suppose. So, the sky is great. Did you paint this? I did. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you think so, because I really just blobbed a bunch of clouds together and hoped it would look nice. So, next is a moonshine minigame. No moonshine minigame in this game. So, this is looking a little bare right now because I still have to add all of the foreground or the trees that are closer, but this is just the basic skeleton of the background because I'll add all that crap. I've tried painting skies and it's a lot harder than it looks. It really is. It really is. The secret is copying and pasting a whole bunch of stars so that they look random but aren't, and then putting some clouds over them. So anyway, you'll see when I test, but we come into this screen, we have a little conversation, the characters look up, the screen scrolls up, and then our play area is the sky here, and basically you're told, hey, look for these stars, and then you get to click on them and choose them and stuff. So obviously I have to code what happens when you click on them, and if you click on the right ones, and I have to add a whole bunch more constellations, but right now I'm just starting off at the very beginning. So we'll get that working, and then I'll continue onward. So the very first thing you're tasked with doing is finding Polaris, which is here. So that's easy enough. So I just want to make sure that I have everything going for when you click on the correct thing and when you click on the incorrect thing, including all of the barks and stuff. So we have 3 possible things. We have, let's see here. Is it that one, that star there? I don't think I have those for Harley, so let's go ahead and copy Lola's lines because she's the one that's there. So if wrong star is equal to 0, see Harley head and say X. Is it that one? And Lola says nope. That one? You know, I should just Oh wait, no. There's different lines for the different stars, so never mind. That one, is it that one? No, try again. Try again. Get rid of those two lines because we already have those. Look for the big bright star. And then finally we have say X. That star there. Not that one. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of these two. Boom, boom. And then we will say here as well. So, alright. You know what? I should just do a function for wrong star. It'll save me so much more. This is where I learn how to make my coding more efficient. You just reminded me, now that I'm on AGS 3.5.1, I can now get a cool dark theme for the editor. Yeah, I like the dark theme a lot more than the bright theme. I use the bright theme upstairs and it hurts my eyes every time. Do you have a favorite? Dracula? What? Is there more than one? Which one do I use? I use Visual Studio Dark. Open theme folder. Do I have a theme folder? Oh, I guess that's it. Visual Studio Dark.json. I didn't know there was one called Dracula. Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. Yeah, I haven't seen that one actually. Okay, so let me go ahead then and create a function called wrong star. So now then, if constellations is equal to 0, because this is going to measure, constellations is my integer to measure what phase of constellation identification we're at. So we'll just copy this and paste it in here. And now, instead of doing this every single time, we'll just say wrong star. Bam. And then I don't have to worry about if constellations is this, and I don't want to make my code thousands and thousands of lines long unnecessarily if I can just take care of it within a function. So, easier to do it this way. Wrong star. We changed the graphic because I have two graphics which select the star. I'm probably going to add a little pring sound effect too because that's always rewarding. So these stars are always going to be wrong stars, which is why I want to start off with them. And then if you pick Polaris, interact with object. So if constellations... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, no, never mind. That doesn't matter. Wrong star is just the bark. It's not the setting of the thing. If constellations is equal to 0, then yes, else we'll say wrong star. And of course, we have Polaris.graphic is equal to 13565. 13565. And then after that, we set Polaris's graphic back to its normal graphic, which is 13553. Okay, so if we do, as soon as you write something twice, make it a function, absolutely. This theme, the theme is called Visual Studio Dark. I'm looking for it now. Yes, it's Visual Studio Dark. Oop. Wrong star is already defined. Is it? Oh, right. Right. So we'll just call this Wrong Star Bark. Because I just called my function Wrong Star, so I can't name my integer Wrong Star because that is not how this works. So I'll just change it to Wrong Star Bark. Woof, woof, woof. I love the is it like you don't believe the editor. No, I don't believe the editor. The editor lies to me all the time. It's called Darkula. Oh. Not Dracula. Okay, right, so if we interact with Polaris and we get it right, if you pick the right one, is that it? Yep, nicely spotted. So let's go ahead and put that in. Is that it? Let's get rid of that. Did I say X on all of these? Yes, I did. Okay. Say X. Is that it? Yep, nicely spotted. So then we have the camera pan back down. Oh, we wait. I guess I can turn it off here too. Just 'cause. Nicely spotted. Alright, so then we'll wait 20. We have the camera pan back down. Also, I can go ahead and put this in all of the other selections because I know that it works. So I'm gonna have to figure out where the bottom is here. So bottom Y is what? 1600? Okay, we'll do 16. 1600 might take too long, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so between 1600 and then see lullabod.unlockView, see lullabod face direction down right, no block, player face direction down left, block in conversation is equal to true, and then we say, so now we know which way is north, we just need to keep it on our right. Come on. Okay, so cut that. We actually don't need in conversation to be true because Lola's the one that says this. So just need to keep it on our right. So see Lola bod.unlockView, see lolabod.walk, -80, see lolabod.y, no block anywhere, wait 60, well 50, and then we'll have player walk -80, player.y, no block anywhere, wait 60, G fader dot transparency equals 100, G fader dot visible is equal to true, G fader dot tween transparency 2.0, 0, E linear tween, block tween, wait 60. And now, normally I would have them change rooms, but I'm not going to have them change rooms because that is going to cause too many problems. Well, not problems, but it's going to cause too much inconvenience. So I'm just going to have that room fade back in and put them at different x coordinates. So we have C lolabod dot x is equal to 1350. Player.x is equal to 1350. Also, hello the Rizolka. Run Lola run. Could I get a sextant minigame? No. Also, hello Edmunditor. It still says Wild West Wednesday in the stream title. Did I forget to change? Oh, I guess I did forget to change the stream information. Oh well. It doesn't matter. I did. Forgot to change it to Frontier Friday. Let's see if I change it now. What happens? Frontier Friday. Bam. Okay. Alright. Did it update? That's fast if it did. Oh, wow. That's impressive. I didn't realize it was that quick, but that's the good thing about linking OBS to your Twitch account. Anyway. What was I doing? Right. Oh, right. I faded the room out. I changed their X coordinates to here. And now I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did before, which is now walking to these things. Alright. Same with this, except I'm not removing the walkable area because the room is the same as before. So we'll have to test and see if this works, of course. But yes. Wild Fest Friday. Hello, a horse who can drive. Also, hello, George Broussard. Is there a puzzle to navigating the stars to keep you track to a location? It's not quite that complicated, George. This is the last character companion-specific excursion, and this one specifically is if you have a high relationship with this particular companion. So she invites you to come along with her on a night walk, and so at first when I was designing it, I was like, oh, I'll do a maze type thing, and you have to navigate back to the camp by tracking the stars, and because she's a tracker. But then I was like, well, if she's an expert tracker, why would she have you do it as the player? So essentially it's just she teaches you how to navigate by the stars, and you have to pick the right things, and if you pick the right things, then she likes you more, and if you don't, then she kind of just teaches you, and she's like, look, forget it, we're wasting time here. So it's not like, oh, I have to find the correct navigation. It's really just like a nice little get to know the character more, talk to the character, and also identify the stars. It's actually, I kind of modeled it after there's a bit in the Castle of Dr. Brain where you have to pick out the constellations. So it's like that. Anyway, and let me drink some water. I'm almost ready to test, so we'll see how it goes. This is how you spend 4 years on a game. That's exactly right, yes. I spent a couple of days this week already coding the other companion-specific excursion for if you have a low relationship with her, and that one's a lot more involved because that one actually involves walking around and picking items up and stuff. So yeah. This is definitely how you end up spending a long time on a game. Them's the facts. Okay, so you ever stop to look at the constellations? I can't say I have. This is another good. Only thing they're always they change throughout the year. Okay. So now we're gonna cut to this. In conversation is equal to true. You ever stop to look at the constellations? What's D stars anyway? Right, okay. The thing is, they're not always visible. They change throughout the year. And then we have the pan up again, which we'll do from here. Which did I do that already? No, I didn't. So let's do that here. Let me show you. Bam. Could you show me how to do that? Okay. Oh, we gotta change all that anyway, too. To say X. I'll just do that. Wait, what? Yeah, oh right, that changes because it's say X, not say custom. Never mind. Okay. Okay, so same thing here, which is unlock view, look up. And we will wait for 1 before that happens. Hello, Duke of Germany, welcome. And also, hello, Deavor. What are we doing? I'm missing the chat here. Mother, I can navigate by the stars. I'm not your mother. Yes. What is this? How did I get here? Who am I? Can AGS use ink? I don't believe so, no. Yeah, AGS is not great with external plugins like Unity is. In fact, I don't think there are any AGS external plugins. Okay. Not always visible. They change throughout the year. Pan up, and then we say this time of year it's pretty low in the sky, so that's good to know. This one doesn't exist yet, but it will. Alright, say X. Look towards Polaris and see if you can find Ursa Major. You're looking for 16 stars. Okay. That's going to be a fun one. Will we be seeing you at DOS Cover, Grundy? You should, yeah, unless I get distracted with something else like has been happening the last few weekends. Also, thank you for the follow, Duke of Germany. Alright, let's test this and see how it goes. And my mic is going to cut out, so bear with me when AGS loads. I don't know what it is about OBS, but OBS has recently decided to reintroduce the bug where whenever I have it running and I start a program, be it AGS or JuiceFX or most any other things, it decides to kill my microphone driver. And so I have to reset it. Oh, Between the Borders, hello. Hey, Between the Borders, are you the one who redeemed, I think it was you. Are you the one that redeemed the formerly available, like, 20,000 Grundy Bucks reward to name something in the game, and you asked for Lisa Lou to be the name of something? Or was that somebody else? I feel like it was you, but I could be completely wrong. So let's go ahead and skip ahead here. Nope, wasn't you? Okay. It was somebody else. If you were in the chat and that was you, please let me know who that was, because I have to give you special thanks, because I actually did name something Lisa Lou in the game. I probably shouldn't have erased my note saying who it was. But whatever. I know it was somebody in the stream. Alright, let's save game here, even though this is going to get all rewritten anyway. Oh, thank you, Duke of Germany. I would like to name... Oh dear. Well, I wouldn't... I mean, that's very sweet Between the Borders, but I also would feel weird about that. Alright. So now let's try and see if this works. So we find ourselves in this very bare forest right now, but that doesn't matter right now. Alright, so are we lost? No, we don't. Okay.
Of course it does.
Alright, so we pan up. That's a lot smoother when I'm not this. All right.
Now, the main thing is to orient yourself northward. For that, you'll need to find Polaris, the North Star. See if you can find it. It's one of the brightest in the sky.
We don't have too many options right now, so what happens if we click this one? Nope. That one? Nope. True. Alright. Not that one. You're an idiot, Harley. You can't follow directions. Alright, is it that one? Yep. Okay, so now we come back down. You just need to keep it on our right. Come on. And then we head over that way. Scene fades out. And scene fades back in. Hopefully, yes. There we go. Oh no! What happened? Okay, well that didn't work. Alright, so we do this again. Okay, cool. Epic minigame. Yes. Is this a dream sequence? No, it is not. It is not a dream sequence. And yes. And yes, there is voice acting now. I mean, it's not all in, obviously, but yes. No, you didn't miss-see that between the borders, but they weren't supposed to walk that way anyway, so that it's not an issue. Okay. Let's fix that, because that should not have happened. So, okay, so is that it? Nicely spotted, blah, blah, blah. You come down here, we walk away. Wait 50, let's wait 40. And then wait another 40. So at this point, we want C. Oh, C, because I did Y instead of X. That's why that happened. So she should be on the other side again. So let's have her walk, instead of walking to the exact same spot. First of all, let's make this show up quicker. Let's have her walk over to 536 and 758. At which point we do that. You never stop to look at the constellations. Okay, game camera. You're looking for 16 stars. Easiest way to start with the Big Dipper. You know that one at least. Surely, it looks like a big ladle with a scoop and a handle. All right, so she I'm pretty sure. Can't say I have. Change throughout the year. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another integer, which I need anyway. So we're going to call integer oh, actually, we'll call it a boolean. Boolean got star wrong is equal to false. So now in our wrong star function, I'm going to add wrong star. So no matter what you do, it's going to say got star wrong. Actually, never mind. Instead of a boolean, I'm going to make it an integer because I'm going to need it for something else to count, and I don't want to have too many integers. Integer stars got wrong. Let's do that instead. Stars got wrong. Okay, is equal to 0. So now, wrong star, we do that. So we say stars got wrong. Save so it remembers my name of my integer here. Stars got wrong plus plus, so that increases the number of guesses you've done. Alright, so now we know which way is north, blah blah blah. They're only good. You're looking towards Polaris, see if you can find Ursa Major. You're looking for 16 stars. So then if stars got wrong is greater than 0, Lola will taunt you and be like, you know that one, right? Otherwise, she won't sass you unless you did that. This time of year, it's pretty low in the sky. So now we will set constellations to 1. And we will set stars got wrong to 0. So that basically resets everything. Cool, cool. Alright, goodbye, Rizulka. Have fun. Not an issue, got it. I really should relax more. No, I appreciate you looking out for it, but yeah, that happens because players or characters are not supposed to walk behind each other like that. And Harley was in the wrong spot. We have to record new audio for these new lines. Well, all of the lines that have ampersand numbers on them have already been recorded, and the Harley lines that do not have not yet been recorded. We still have quite a bit to record with Harley, with the actress playing Harley, so I have not finished all of the VO recording yet. So yeah, I still have leeway to add lines for the main character without any problems. So no worries there. Excuse me. Okay, so, excuse me again. So, thank you for the follow, Duke of Germany. Let me get that out of the way. I'm a little obsessive about making sure that I don't have any alerts while I'm streaming. How'd you choose the name Harley? That's a good question, actually. I think I was watching a movie. I think I was watching The Third Man. And the guy's name is Holly, and I thought that was a cool sounding name. And then I think somebody, I forget, I was talking to somebody. It was when we were doing the voiceover for Lamplight City, or close to doing it for Lamplight City, and I messaged Shelly, the casting director, and the name Harley came up, and she's like, Harley's a great name for a boy or something, or a girl, I think she said. So I was like, yeah, I like Harley Leger. So I was able to sneak in the name into Lamplight City when Bill is talking about visiting Harley out west. So yeah, I was just at a movie theater the other day that was projecting The Third Man on the wall. So I got a nice little refresher. And yeah, I was like, oh yeah, Harry Lime, and then I was like, I wonder if the Harry Lemon. Because I've been to one, and I've seen another bar and pub called the Harry Lemon. And I was like, I wonder if that's a riff on Harry Lime. I don't know. Anyway. Let's go ahead and build another constellation. So we've got 16 stars. I think I may have overdone it here. You go to weird bars? No, man, if you're ever in Dublin, go to the Harry Lemon. It's a good place. Alright, so the Big Dipper is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the main one. But if we're really looking at the Big Dipper, it's 16 stars. So this is gonna be fun, because then I have to connect them all. Let's see. Where is... Let's Google here. Oh, well, actually, no. Ursa Major, because the Big Dipper is only part of Ursa Major. Ursa Major stars. Yeah, because I want to have, like, the whole bear shape. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, close enough. It's actually like 27 stars, but I don't care. And also, the star map is not going to be 100% accurate. So, I have first-hand knowledge of this. Well, you know, that particular weird bar is no longer in service, which is very sad. Okay, so let's do this. Ursa 1. Gonna make a lot of new objects now. Ursa 1. I hope I don't hit the object limit in doing this. Ursa 2. Ursa 3. Ursa 4. Ursa 5. Ursa 6. Ursa 7. Ursa 8. How many more of these are there anyway? There's Cassiopeia and there's Cetus, which Cassiopeia is 5. Oh wait, no, hold on. How many stars is it? It's under here. 5, right. Okay, 5 stars, and then 14? Holy shit. Okay. How many did I account for here? 14 plus 5 plus 16 is... I should have thought about this before. Man, I'm really gonna hit... I'm gonna hit the 40 object limit. That's not good. Oh, excuse me, Pixie Cow. This is my stream. I can say whatever I want. So the stars are also different in this alternate universe. Oh, hello, Disco Ken. I went to NYC once and have vivid memories of at least 2 weird bars. Well, one was the Slaughtered Lamb, which is no longer there. And if you're talking about the oldest place, which is the Francis Tavern, did we go to the Francis Tavern? I don't know. Better get the stars right, or else James Cameron is coming after you in 20 years. I don't understand what you mean by that, but okay. Yeah, wow, this is not good. Ursa 8. Place new object here. Ursa 9. Ursa 10. Actually, I seem to recall maybe that recently the 40 object limit was removed from rooms, but I don't know. Steam reviewers are coming for the star chart accuracy. Some nerds pointed out that the stars were incorrect in Titanic, so Cameron went back and fixed the constellations in post. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. It has been a while. Oh, thank you. Ursak is a great streamer. Okay. Let me look here and see if I can find object limit in the AGS forums. Object limit. See, the problem is here I can't fake it, because in other rooms in the past, like in the map room in Lamplight City, I was able to assign different graphics to different objects, but I can't do that here because they all need to be on the same screen at the same time. And I can't reduce the number of stars because I already recorded the lines, so... Yeah, this is one of those things where I should have thought about this before. I should have implemented this before actually doing everything, because that's came and bit me in the ass. Objects. there doesn't seem to be anything about okay, hold on. Object limit. Let's search with quotes. Because right now the object limit per room is 40. Oh, 256. Wait, really? 256 in AGS 3.6.0? Oh, excellent. System limits. Room objects per room. 40, 40, 256. Hooray! They did move it. They did remove it. Excellent. Okay, then I got nothing to worry about. I am using 3.6. Whew! Let's all celebrate. Thank you, Edmundo. Wow, that is very handy to know. I'm very happy. 255 room objects later. Yeah, that's exactly right. That is exactly right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, good, good. I'm trying to find the most recent forum post here about object limits, but I can't really find any, so that's fine. But I believe you. Thank you for looking that up for me, Edmundo. That is very happy. In 3 years, why is it 256 and not 4,096? Well, let's take it one at a time. Excellent. Remove limit of simultaneous. Remove limit. Ah, right. Max number of room objects per room is now 256. Crisis averted. Yes. Whew. They're still open, but now they have a huge legally not James Bond. I missed this first part of this, I think. Isn't there an object counter in one of the menus, like help? Wait, between the borders, what are you talking about? Oh, here we go. We had a spy theme bar here called the Safe House. There was a secret entrance I never found. If you didn't have a password, they made you dance and be goofy, and the customers could watch. There was even a phone booth with a Russian conversation quietly playing over the receiver. Really went downhill in the last 20 years. Don't know if it's still open. That sounds fun. They're still open, but now they have a huge legally not James Bond mural on the exterior wall. It used to have just a little import-export company plaque. Oh well. Okay, so where was I? Right, Ursa 10, Ursa 11. Well, now I don't feel the limit anymore. Now I'm just like feeling real gung ho. I'm gonna test that 200 limit, 256 limit. You'll see. Where was I? 13 or I lost count. 12. Wait. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, Ursa 14. Cha-cha-cha. 14. Ursa 15. Ursa 16. There we go. 16. 16 Ursa Major stars. Woof. You're looking for 16 stars. Easiest way is to start with the Big Dipper. Okay. So let's do it. Alright. Ursa 1. Where are you? Let's just do this one by one. Where's my stars? Also, whoa, what happened here? This is supposed to be dark. I think I screwed something up here. Visual Studio Dark. Show view preview by default in view editors. Yeah, okay. Apply. Okay. Anyway. Well, whatever. I'll have to restart AGS to get that working again, but it doesn't matter. The heck kind of data type has 4,096 entries? I don't know. It's kind of sad that they just remastered a Metroid game. I still think of it as that new one I haven't played. If it makes you feel any better, I've never played a Metroid game ever, so... Yeah, here we go. Snake Forest Stars. Alright. 13554. Right. 13555. 13556. 13557. 13,558. And that should be... Yes, that is all of them. I also haven't ever played a Metroid. Okay. AGS 3.6.0 has new themes as well. Well, let's have a look. I shouldn't distract myself, but whatever. How to use themes. Copy the JSON files. JSON! Alright, that's fine. It makes me feel somewhat sad, but you have a literal shelf full of great games, many of which I haven't played. Okay. Huh. Oh yeah, Daevor's saga of $4,000 itch payments. Alright, let me have a look at what Ursa Major looks like. So, Big Dipper first, right? And also I have to look at it compared to this. So, Polaris, so let's put it over here. And she says it's low in the sky, so let's see how low in the sky we can get it. So it's pretty much... So that's 1. That's Ursa 4. Ursa 2 is... We'll have it here. We have Ursa 3 here. And Ursa 4 there. And then Ursa 5, which is going to be up here. Okay. Now we start all over again. Ursa 6, which starts from 13,554. Ursa 7, 13,555. Ursa 8, 13,556. Ursa 9, 13,557. And Ursa 10, 13,558. Alright, so back to this Ursa 6. Boom, boom, boom. Wait, let's move these out of the way and put them over here. This is not going to get confusing at all. I guarantee it. Alright. So 1, and then a 2, and then a 7. 7 here. There we go. Put that over there. Actually, that needs to be more over there. When I was a kid, the first constellation I ever saw was Orion. And I got really excited because I was like, I found a constellation. And now Orion's like one of the ones I always find easily. But lately, the Big Dipper has also been another one that's real easy to find. So, I think it's visible. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it's visible this time of year. I know it's visible in the fall, or the autumn. But and of course in the northern hemisphere. Okay. So, there we go. So let's save this room right now. And now we look at the rest of the Ursa Major stars. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. And then we've got 8 and 9. We've got Ursa 8, which comes over here. And then we've got Ursa 9, which is also over here, which then makes a point with the bear snout for 10 over here. There we go. And then 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we'll do the legs also as the rest of them, I guess. So once again, 13,554. Excuse me. 13,555. 13,556. 13,557. 13,558. And then versus 16 will once again be 13,554. Okay, and there you are down there. Okay, so 13,11, right? So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Okay, so let's do the front pause then. 1, 2. Actually, you know what? We're gonna make this a little smaller here, because although these are kind of far away from the Big Dipper, so let's make this up here. There we go. And then 11 is here. I hope this fits on the screen, because otherwise that ain't no good. Let's do that there. 774. Yeah, anything lower than 720 is not going to be visible on screen, so I got to take that into consideration. So yeah, it's got to be higher than that. Okay, so all of this needs to move up. So this needs to move up here. This needs to move up here. Oh, here's a good thingy. Oh, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, good. That works even better. So let's move the Big Dipper again. And then you come up here. Here, and you come up here. Alright, alright, so then we've got you over here, and you over here. You're the nose, and still within the 720 limit. And then you're down here. Alright, there's a triangle there, and then there's a there's this one down here, which goes over here. Alright. That's 11. And then 12 goes over. That creates a funky little thing there around the Big Dipper, right? Yeah, okay. That's well, it's a little funky. Yeah, okay, fine. 11, 12. You go over here. Right there, right just below the bottom. And then the last ones will be these over here. So 12, 13. Where's 13? 13. 13, you come down here. 14, you over here. 15, you over here. And 15, you down here. Like right there. No, you gotta be higher than that. There we go. There. Nope. Also, can't have these overlapping because that would be bad. Okay, that'll do. You are at 718. Okay, close enough. But you have to be higher than that. I think that is acceptable. Maybe. Okay. All right, that works. That's enough of an Ursa Major look to to be fine. I might have to truncate it a little bit more, but that's fine. Truncate it this way. Okay, we've got ourselves an Ursa Major. And what's happening in the chat? Let's see. Last thing I saw was the 4002, right? Oh my. Orion is a very easy one to identify around here, yes. Did you look at the stars when you went to Australia? Yes! They have the Southern Cross down there instead of Polaris. That's how they orient themselves. So that's how you can tell that this game takes place in the Northern Hemisphere, because you've got Polaris instead of the Southern Cross. And just think about the Steam puzzles you can make with 256 objects. Oh boy. Also, hello, Summer Bee. Hi, Summer, bye, Summer. Hi, Summer, bye, Summer? Oh, bye, Davor. I guess you left a long time ago. Whatever. St. Augustine. St. Augustine's nice. Yeah, all the water tastes like sulfur. If you go to the Fountain of Youth, it tastes like sulfur. Actually, some of the best shrimp I've ever had was in St. Augustine. So at least there's that. Oh. Well, sorry I missed you, Davor. I'll see you some other time, I guess. Okay, this needs to be over here. I think. Because... or maybe not. This needs to be that way. The star needs to be further away. Okay. It's an approximation. No one's... The League of Astronomers is not going to come after me and be like, you got the exact positioning of the stars wrong on Ursa Major, and we're canceling your game because of this. Oh no, I made a cancel joke. I'm turning into a boomer. Woof. Anyway, let's make sure that none of these are lower than 720. They are not. That is good. Very good. Very good. Okay, so we've got ourselves an Ursa Major. And now I want to do Cassiopeia and Cetus are the last two ones that I want to do. So let's get Cassiopeia in here. All up in this house. And find where she is in position to the... oh, she's all the way up there. Okay, Polaris is there. Ursa Minor is... so, if Ursa oh my god. Cassiopeia is the completely other way. If we do that. Okay, this is interesting. Facing north around 8 o'clock local time in mid-February. Okay. I did make sure that all of these constellations were visible in the sky at the same time when I wrote this. Specifically because I didn't want to screw myself over later on. Informs the League of Astronomers. We just said James Cameron would do that. Clipping that. Well, actually. Just say it's an alternate universe where the stars are slightly different. Yeah. Honestly, I changed the background in Lamplight City because the sun was in the wrong spot, and the view in the background was not facing west, and it was a sunset backdrop, and where I had the location geographically on the map was not facing west, and I was like, oh my god, I have to change this because people will notice, and no one noticed. I mean, I fixed it, so you know, that's probably why nobody noticed. But I didn't want to chance it. Okay, let me copy this image and let me look at it in Photoshop here. So if this is what it looks like looking north in February, and I just did this, essentially, this is how I'm doing this, because Polaris is, I'm saying that Polaris is here, right? And then, so Cassiopeia has to be to the top right of Polaris. So that means that I have to move all of my things again. You know what I should just do? Instead of being an idiot, and I should just make the map before I do the background and then just place the objects accordingly on the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 16. It's actually 17 stars, but you know what? It's fine. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to... Well, first of all, I'm going to move this up so that I get the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's another one here, so that's fine. Alright, work smart, not hard, ladies and gentlemen. So... if you're moving everything, the 2 stars at the end of the Big Dipper are aligned with Polaris. Just, I actually noticed that. Okay, well, yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to follow a proper map here. So, here we go. So let's move this up here, all the way to the top here. Alright. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna say, okay, Cassiopeia is all the way up here, and Ursa Minor is there, and Ursa Major is there, and we're going to leave that there. And I'm also going to crop this so that it is 720, so that I know what I'm working with here. Because as I suspect that this will happen... Oh, wait, what? That's not what I wanted to happen. There we go. We're going to do that. 720. Yeah. Shut up. Oh, look at that. That actually works. Fine. Could actually make it bigger, really. Ideas are so much similar as line in a notebook. Okay. Well, sure. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look for another picture here of Cassiopeia and Ursa Major, and let's see where Cetus is. Cetus, Ursa Major. Where is it in relation to it? Ursa Major, Draco, Constellation. Cetus, Ursa Major map. Where is it in relation to all of this? Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, where are you? Constellation Guide, here we go. Draco, Ursa Minor, Major family. Okay. Yeah. Corona Borealis. Corona Borealis and sorry. That's Aurora Borealis. I know. But I don't care. Cetus, where are you in the sky? In relation to Cetus constellation. Pisces. Cetus the whale. Meanwhile, I'm trying to make an icon for my game, and it's also a lot harder than it seems. Yeah. Why reinvent the star map wheel? No, it's a good question. Why, indeed. Also, did I just make this? This is, yeah, this is the right size, so I don't know why I'm doing this. I should just, I should just resize this time. Resize this so that it fits within the thing, but it's not too outside because I have to make concessions for the sides of this. Okay, Cetus, where are you? Why are you? Did I screw up Cetus? Is Cetus not in the same? Is it because Orion is not visible? When is Cetus visible? When is Cetus visible? September through January. That's fine. When is Ursa Major visible? In the it's always above the horizon in the northern latitudes, but the best time to see it is in the spring when it's high above in the northeastern horizon. Okay, so it's usually in the bottom. Is Ursa Major visible all year? Yes. Okay, that's fine. What months can you see Ursa Minor? All year long. It's in the well, obviously, because it's the North Star. Learning so much about astronomy right now. Where is Cetus compared to Ursa Minor? Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. There's Ursa Minor, Castor and Pollux, and all of these other ones. Yes, 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 yes. Leave me alone. Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, blah, blah, blah. Here we go, here we go. Betelgeuse, that's Orion. And also that guy. There's Cassiopeia. Notable stars. And Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, yes, thank you. Okay. I guess that is not what I wanted. Constellation guide, constellation families. Yeah, I know that already. No. All right, you know what? I'm just going to throw star map accuracy out the window, and I'm going to keep these in the right place, but I'm just going to throw Cetus in, and I'm going to say, if you don't like where it is, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm doing. So we're going to keep these like this. And then I'm going to find Cetus constellation. It's also nice if I could get that right. Is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? Did I say 14? Okay. It's 14 stars. Okay, good. Open image in new tab. Copy image. Paste down here. There we go. There we go. Make them there. There. And you know what? As long as we're here, let's put in another one. Just for the hell of it, because I mean, I'm gonna throw in random stars anyway. Now that I have 256 objects. The world is my plaything. Quite literally. Cetus is right near Orion. In fact, it's right by Pegasus. So where is Orion compared to Ursa Major? North Star. Oh, okay. Here we go. Alright, so Cassiopeia, Betelgeuse is down there, Big Dipper is up there. So actually, yeah, because if Orion is down here, then Cetus would be over here. So this is more or less accurate. So I'm going to throw Orion in down here and hope nobody notices, because Ursa Major, Big Dipper, Little Dipper, Cassiopeia, facing north around 11 p.m. this week. Oh, is that how that works? Cassiopeia is the W. So what happens if you face north? Okay, so let's do it this way then. Sometimes you have to, like, fake things in game development. And other times, this is one of those times where I'm just going to say, you know what? You didn't come to play this game to be scientifically accurate. You came to play this game to have a fun time. And so I'm just going to go ahead and say, well, yes, this is what's happening. So here's Orion. Orion's belt. So Orion's gonna be here. We're gonna fake him out a little bit. This is where the commentary comes in. Because I will say, alright, you know what? I acknowledge that this is not an accurate night sky. But whatever. Go ahead and put Orion here. Let's put, there we go. Okay. So now that I've made this really ugly pastiche, I'm going to take a little break because I have to pee. So I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. And I see a comment from Between the Borders saying, you know what, the sky needs to be accurate in a game when it's an entire game about navigation. And that's true. And this game is not about, or this particular sequence is not about navigation, rather it's just about identifying constellation shapes. So I'm not too fussed about the sky being 100% accurate. So that's my executive decision right now. So I'm also going to make these a lot smaller so that they're spaced out better. So we'll put this over here. And yeah, we'll leave that like that. And now what I will do is I'll squish all of these together. And I will extend this to be... Oh wait, what's the right size? I want to make sure I don't screw this up here. Canvas size, right, canvas size, there we go. I don't want to drag the layer. So image size is 1600, okay. So canvas size, blam, do 1600. And now we will save this as temporary file, which will be temporarily will be constellation map. And it's going to look real weird when we test it because it's going to be a black field of nothingness now. So, alright, here we go. Now we change this background to constellation map. Right, now that's all wrong. So now we will go back and do Polaris. Polaris goes here now. Star 1. Which goes here. Except now I feel like these stars are going to overlap a lot. So maybe I should make this a little bigger after all. Because I don't want the stars to overlap, obviously. Because they are not that big. The hotspot things are not that big. So I don't want you to be able to click on... It's going to get confused over which is which if you're clicking on it if they're too close together. We'll see how it works. Let's have a look. Just try it out. Star 2. Star 3. Star 4. Star 5. And Star 6. Now we have Ursa 1. Where are you, Ursa 1? There we are. Ursa 1. Ursa 2. Ursa 3. Ursa 4. Ursa 5. Ursa 6. Ursa 7. Ursa 8. should be a star here. And then we'll just cheat and say that the last star is here. There we go. So you have to click on each individual star to properly identify a constellation. Yes, you have to play connect the dots. Like I said, I lifted this pretty much exactly from the Castle of Dr. Brain. So yes, you have to connect the dots, and then as you connect them, I'm going to have the lines appear, and then once you have all of the lines, then I'm going to have the image of the thing it's depicting appear too. So that should be fun. Okay, so that's all of my Ursa Minor and Ursa Major stars, so now let's do Cassiopeia. I'll just do Cass. This is easy because it's only 5 stars. Cass 1. Cass 2. Cass 3. Excuse me. Cass 4. And Cass 5. So 1554. 155554, I think that's right. 15554, is that? Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's 13554, not 15554. That's why it doesn't exist, because there is no 15554. 13554, right. And then 13555. 13556. 13557. And 13558. Cool. Alright, Cassiopeia 1. 1. 2. 3. And let's make this a little more W-shaped. But close enough. There. My coworker just posted in our team chat this. I hate time. Yeah. I feel you, coworker. I feel you. Alright, now let's do all 16 Cetus ones. So let's do CET, set 1. Set 2. Set 3. Set 4. Set 5. Set 6. We're up to 34 now. Set 7. Set 8. Set 9. Set 10. Set 11. Here we go. Moment of truth. Set 12. Can we add a new object? Yes, we can. Set 13. Set 14. Set 15. And set 16. We did it. We blew past the 40 object in a room limit. Take that, AGS. Ha, 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 ha. I'm still trying to get my head past it being 2019, if we're being completely honest. I have a friend whose birthday is February 29th, so he is technically the youngest professor ever. Well, it's funny you say that because our very own Nick Tringali, who was in here, is he still in here? He hasn't said anything for a while. He probably left. But his birth. Oh, there you are. You're also a leap year baby. So you are your young professor. Declaring victory over the game engine. Yeah, I'm declaring victory over the game engine for something that I didn't even do. It's something that someone else did. That's how messed up it is. 13,554. That's our baseline. Okay. So here we go. Let's start here. 1. 13,555. 2. I really do hope that the overlapping here is not a problem, because that would be really annoying. But then that's what testing is for, isn't it? Also, I don't need to see the room edges right now, so let's get rid of that. What a coincidence. I once met someone who was born exactly a day before me, which was funny. They say age is just a number and I got yours, bitch, is what I imagine they used to say. They were just a cashier at Kroger. Age is just a number until you hit that certain age when fuck everybody and their cute sayings. Yeah. It's pretty funny. I like that. This is going to be a fun ride when it comes time to code. But I will do that not on stream. Well, I will do it on stream, but I'm not going to code all of them. I'm just going to try doing what I wanted to do, which was the lines and the image for at least the first one, and then I'll worry about all the rest. That can be the rest of the weekend project. 13... Wait, was Cetus 14 stars or 16 stars? Cetus the whale. Oh, 14 stars. Oh, pff, I have 2 stars too many. Okay, well, good. We'll just change this then when it comes time to it. 13, which is 13,555. Right. 13,556. Where did you go? There you are. Don't you try and fool me. Great, I'm talking to my room objects. Now I've really gone off the deep end. And 14, which is 13557. Okay. And now you are... Where are you? Here you are. Okay, good. Save room, quickly. Oh, wow, alright. Hydrate. I will hydrate and do a posture check, and I will stretch. Thank you, Demon Dragon, for those very kind self-care redemptions. Ooh, oh my god. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I need to stretch more. Oh, my shoulder. Oh, creak, creak, crick, crack. Ah! Ooh, alright. Now then, where was I? Oh yes, Orion. Object Ori 1 13554. And object Ori 2 is 13555. Actually, no, let's just do all. It's gonna be Orion's belt. So I'm just gonna do it this way. I saw someone made an Orion conspiracy joke earlier, and I refuse to acknowledge it, so take that. Ori and the Blind Forest 3. 13554. Okay. I'm not going to make the full constellation, I'm just going to do the butterfly, because screw it. My life is like a Disney film. I live alone in a castle, talking to my furniture while having women trapped in the basement. Oh dear. The joys of old age, you go to do things to help your body and all of it just goes, no, I no longer desire to be able to move like that. Stop it. My body refuses to even remain still like that anymore. Wow. Yeah, I've been neglecting myself for about half a year now, and I've just this week, actually last week, just started getting back into some self-care, by which I mean regular exercise, and it's taken its toll, and I gotta get back into it, so yeah. Ori 5. Where did you go? Where are you, Ori 5? There you are. That's Ori 6. $13,557. And Ori 7. 13,558. Okay. Hello, Lost Train Dude. I just started working out again too. I rolled my ankle in December and had to stop. Ugh, yeah. Sometimes people refusing to acknowledge your terrible joke is just as worth it. Speaking of age, anyone else dealing with ear hair? No, thankfully not yet. Nose hair, sure, but not ear hair. Sadly, I was already out of shape and COVID's made my endurance even worse. Hope that goes away soon. Ugh. Yeah, I went to do some pull-ups the other day, and I was like, I can't do very many of these anymore. I used to be able to do like 15, 16, 17. I couldn't manage more than 5 the other day. Anyway. Alright. Now that I have all of this, let me change the room back to its temporary state. Which is Alpine Forest Night. There we go, and look at all of our beautiful constellations. Look at that. You can see them all. Sort of. Now I'm going to add some more stars to make them look... to give you some red herrings, I guess. As your body ages, it's like going back in AGS versions. All the numbers drop. That's pretty funny. Oh dear. Fortunately, doing even one pull-up is a sign of being in reasonable shape. You'll get back there pretty quick. Everything always improves faster after a break. It's true. It's true. That is the one constellation, I suppose. Not the one constellation. The constellations are these. I make no excuses. Alright, let's do Rando Star. Rando Star 1. We'll call 13554. Rando Star 1 can go over here. Rando Star 2. See, we'll place them close enough to be red herrings here. Bye, Edmund Detour. Are you going to name one Ringo? Maybe Bart. Is this going to be a connect the dots puzzle? Yes, Lost Train Dude. In fact, it is. Rando Star 3. 15, 5, 5, 4. No. 6. No, 13, 5, 5, 6. Why do I keep thinking 15, 5, 5, 6? That's too much. Too much. Too far away. Never been good at spotting constellations, but maybe Rosewater will finally help me. Maybe, although I had a discussion about star accuracy earlier, and the star map is not 100% accurate, so don't rely on this to teach you where constellations are located. Are we at Rando Star 4? Yes. 13, 5, 556. 13, 5, 57. Put another one down here. We'll have 10 random stars, I think. Rando Star 5. Rando Star 6. Rando Star 7. Rando Star 8. Rando Star 9. And Rando Star 10. Okay, so let's go back to Rando Star 4. 13, 5, 8. Oops. Okay. So I'll move these rando stars around a little bit because I want them to be as I said, I want them to be red herrings. So that one's pretty easy. Polaris is pretty easy, but I want to do a couple more around here, around Ursa Minor. And Orion is pretty obvious as well, so we'll do this, and we'll do this here, and we'll do another one here, and we'll do there. Another one near Cassiopeia. Maybe to mix her up a little bit there. Okay, so that should be reasonable, I guess. So we'll save that. If I am lost and my survival depends on reading the stars, I am a dead woman. And that was all before my laser eye surgery resulted in all light sources at night having a halo effect around them. Oh no. Rosewater is an excellent and well-made game full of memorable moments and great characters. However, I got lost in the woods and the constellation puzzle didn't help me get home. 8 out of 10. Fair enough. Thankfully, this puzzle is not like if you don't get it right, you lose and you don't get home. It's just your companion who's trying to teach you about constellations is like, well, you're not great at constellations. Oh well. So, yeah. Okay, let us test. Test, and also so I can take a screenshot so that I can do a little something here to help. So my mic is gonna cut out, so bear with me. There we go. Okay. So now we do this again. Ouch.
Got a proposition
Whoops.
for you. Is that so?
Whoops. Sorry. I was just checking my Instagram, and that was weird. Alright, let us skip 2 stars. Blah blah blah. If you'll notice, I I have pick this one next to certain dialogue options because those are the ones that have the proper code. The rest just play the dialogue and then nothing else happens. So for alpha testers, that's the please pick this one so that you can progress the story.
I've got a proposition
Whoops.
for you. Is that so?
You said you were
Shush.
planning a...
No, I don't want to do that. I want to comment on someone's comment. There we go. Alright, anyway. No, my phone, I should have turned the volume down. See you all in the morning. Bye! I always like looking at developers' scene skip methods. Good. Mine is just a menu and also a lot of right-clicking and holding down spacebar.
Don't. Of course.
Here, let me show you. true. Oh, look at all those weird constellations. Those are very obvious constellations.
The main thing is to orient yourself northward. For that, you'll need to find Polaris, the North Star.
Maybe I should have
See
some
if
more
you can find
rando
it.
stars.
It's one of the brightest in the sky.
Or maybe I should just make the background stars a little bit more. Oh no, I forgot to set all of these to selectable. So only these ones are actually selectable. The rest are just... Oh well, doesn't matter. So now, alright. Now they walk away. The scene fades back in, or at least it should. Oh, it happened again. She went to the wrong place, and look, she cut through her. Why did that happen? Well, I'll have to have a look and see why that happened. Could you make half of them a little dimmer, etc., polish that? Yeah, for sure. 16 stars. Start with the Big Dipper. You know that one at least, surely. Yeah, see? So you got it wrong, so she sasses you. I'm gonna get rid of that at this time of year. It's pretty low in the sky, because it's not. It was when I was making it up, but now it's not really low in the sky at all, so we're getting rid of that line. Alright, let's see what happens here, why that's happening. So look for the Big Dipper. Alright. Yeah. Yours have to be entered into the parser? Snapshots that you saved your flame. Okay. Alright, so fade player.x is 1350. Yeah, I don't understand why maybe it's because you're not moving? No block. Okay, so let's try this. See Lolabod. Stop moving. Player dot stop moving. And then that happens. Meanwhile, let me go ahead and go through the tedious process of setting everything's properties to interaction 2, lest I get stuck with this again. Oh yeah, I was going to take a screenshot. That was the whole point of testing this. Well, let me set all the rando stars to the proper function, and then I will take the screenshot for my screenshot purposes. Alright. Let's do it again. Alright, Nick Tringali, thank you for stopping by. Have fun with your wordy things. I want to know what these magic warp... I want to know what these magic warp words are. I can't say warp words. I want to know what these magic warp words are. Are they XZZY and plug? Alright, so let's do stars test. It's the stars test. It's testing all our stars. We're making sure they work because I don't want to go to Mars. Thank you, I'm here all week. For testing purposes, entering magic words into the parser to skip to certain chapters, I see. Okay. Alright. So, Alt, function, print screen. There we go. Bing, bing. That's all I needed to do. So, was that it? Yes. Good. Let's make sure that my thing fixed. Make sure Harley shows. Yes, it did. The key was to have her stop moving. There we go. You ever stop to look at the constellations? Nope. Alright, so that's what we're gonna do there. So if we do that, that's wrong star. It's gonna happen. I gotta code all that in, but I'm also gonna code in, and I also have to change all of these rando stars, or the actual constellations things. But first and foremost, what I want to do is I want to make sure that, yes, no. I want to make sure that what I want to happen actually happens. So let's go and do, that's very vague, isn't it? What I want to happen actually happens. So let's go ahead and paste this here. This is our star screen. So this will be our background, and now I'm going to have some blue lines, very much like the star highlights that I have. Now the question is, how do I do this in such a way that I can organize? How do I organize this for myself? Stars. Okay, let's do this. Let's do constellations. So now we will have, right, Ursa Major, Cetus, Cassiopeia. I think that's how you spell it. That's Cassiope. Whoop! Cassiopeia. Hello, H.C. Willard. Is time saving for testing purposes as much as OSWD is time saving for speedrunners? That's good. That's good. Okay, so let's set up some layers. New layer. Let's start up with that. Let me open up my stars so I can get, as I was going to do, background 73. Selected. Alright. So I'm going to do this, and I guess I'm going to do that as well. So, let's do this. First off, we start with Ursa Major, because that's the easiest one. So let's tone this down and line down a little bit. Let's do 3. There we go. But let's also do so that they actually connect better. So so layer 2, new layer, it's going to be this line here, layer 3, it's going to be here, new layer, there, Ursa Major, boom. And then the bear will show up and go, This would be a very Guybrush thing to do in a Monkey Island game. You think so? I don't know. I don't think Guybrush is the identify constellations type. He's more the destroy everything in his path kind of guy, right? Alright, so let's do now Cassiopeia. One, two, three, four, five. Easy. Also, I'm going to save this as... I'm going to save this under Forest Night Excursion. I'm going to definitely save this PSD. Const map. Because I don't want to have to redo this if I mess up somehow. Is it that late already? Good to see you again. Have a great day, everyone. Yes, goodbye Between the Borders. I'm probably going to end the stream soon. But maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick snack break. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves as you've been doing. Alright, and I'm back. And I just color-coded my layers so that I wouldn't get confused by them, so that's good. Alright, finally, let's do Cetus here. Cetus, who I have to remember how to draw him, because this is... I added a lot of rando stars, but no, I remember how to draw him. Alright, new layer. Here we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, perfect. A whale! Arr! Thank you for stopping by, Maple Mystery. Enjoy your dinner. This will be the turtle bone puzzle from the dig for Rosewater. No, it won't. It won't. Like I said, it won't be so unforgiving. If you get it wrong, it doesn't matter. It's just a nice little side activity. Plus, you only have to do 3, so not a biggie. Okay. Now then, let's go back to AGS real quick and set all of the non-essential all of the stars to 2 before I forget, because, and I want to set all of the stars to all the stars that will be wrong, set them to wrong star. And I think I figured out a better way to code the wrong star stuff for stars that do not have a particular... Oh, great. This might get rough, but whatever. We'll see. If it does, I'm going to have to make it bigger. Off to a great start. Ugh. Oh, Lost Train Dude, Lost Train Dude, Lost Train Dude. What am I gonna do with you, Lost Train Dude? I'm gonna find your train, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, 2. Nope. Instead of clicking on each one individually, I should just go one by one on the list here, because that's the easiest way to do it. I'm fairly certain I got all of these, but just in case. Did I get Cassiopeia? I forget. No. Save real quick, just in case. I keep seeing movement out of the corner of my eye and thinking that it's chat activity, but it's just the lady in the background of the lo-fi YouTube video moving because it's right behind the chat window. So I keep getting fooled. How sad. It's not that sad. Ah, wrong place. Okay, that should be all the stars set to interactable. Let's find out if they are. Oh good, you didn't hear me hiccup because the microphone cut out just in time to disguise my shame. Alright, let's load stars test just because I want to make sure that it works. Okay. Go to bed. Good night. Why are you so slow? Why is my computer so slow? the stars should now be... Oh wow, look at that! You can use the hotspot indicator to help you. Look at all those stars in the sky. Except these, for some reason, are not. I guess it only shows... Wait, why doesn't it show the random ones? It should show the random ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. So these all are interactable. None of these turn into an eye, which is good. So that's what we don't want to happen. And so, there we go. Alright, now let's see if I can figure out a smart way of coding this. Because the sprites here, their normal view is +5, right? So 13, 5, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. With the exception of Polaris, all of these, their current view is sprite number +5. So instead of figuring out and remembering which sprite number every single graphic is, I'm going to do this where star1 interact. I'm going to do another function called... Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to say then... So star1 interact is... Alright, so object... Or rather, object... This equals object get at rooms xy mouse.x mouse.y. Alright, so object this is equal to object get at room. Right, so then this dot graphic. Nope, that's not how this works. Object this. No. Gosh. I wish I never remember how this works, and I always have to go back and remember how to do it. So let's go to the manual here. Get at object get at room xy. There we go. What about object ID? Object graphic. Nope. Object ID. What about hotspot? Get at room xy. Will you give me an example here? No. Object get at room xy. Yes. Okay. Great. All right. I did something similar like this somewhere else in another room, and it worked beautifully. But now I don't remember what it is. Object. What about character? I'm sure if I look at another one of my emotions, for example. What? Okay. Thanks. Why did you just mess up a... Oh, great. AGS just messed up because of the color scheme, color theme. Let's just restart AGS now. Thank you, AGS, for your service. And now you've died. Oh well. We'll just come back. But now the question is, will my mic cut out? No. Interesting. So AGS doesn't make my mic cut out. It's just running an AGS game that makes my mic cut out. Fascinating. Oh no, it's not in dark mode anymore. What happened? Oh man. Oh man. No, I want Visual Studio Dark. Apply. Yes, okay. Great. Now I'm going to reset and come back. Ugh. I was blinded. There we go. That's a lot better. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go back to where I was, which was room 73. Act 2 encounters, excursions, room 73. Okay, and now let's go to my scripts and find my emotions script. This character, no. If this is equal to, alright, action, fiction, expression, this character, expression, okay, well, I guess it's this. Okay, let's try that again. Object, yeah, this is equal to object get at room, right. This dot, nope, that's not how that works. Object, this, no, this is equal to this dot, nope. Let's find all. This equals, let's find this in our project. Remind me how to write this code, AGS, please. This is one of those Friday evening problems that I don't feel like dealing with, but somehow have decided to deal with it on a live stream. As if it wasn't embarrassing enough that I can't remember. Also, I'm going to switch to this so I can stop being distracted by the lady. Really? No occurrences in the entire project? Are you sure? Roll at boy 1986. Didn't even realize this channel was live. Well, it is. Hello. Welcome. I'm trying to remember how to code something. This object is equal to this dot. Nope. That's not how that works. How did I do this? That's not how that works. Okay. Yeah, that's clearly not how that works. I had this... Where did I do this the other day? I can't remember for the life of me. I just wanted to check what the object ID is when you interact with it. Objects... gosh. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? You know what? Let's find all my instances of get at room XY and see if maybe that will shed some light on what I'm trying to do here. That is not what I want. Nope. This object. Here we go. Wait, that's literally what I was just writing. Ha! Oh, hoisted by my own petard. Last week I forgot how to do something at work even though I have been doing it for 14 years, so I know the feeling. Okay. There'd be a TikTok about it because that's how all the kids learn stuff now. If anyone's doing AGS code TikToks, please let me know because I would be fascinated to know who's doing it and why. And okay, object. I'm just gonna say this. Okay, object O asterisk equals object get at room mouse x dot mouse y O dot. Maybe I have to save first because I'm pretty sure I've done this elsewhere. O dot. Nope. No. There'll be an open market. There are open market for you. Do it fast before TikTok is banned. Who's gonna ban TikTok? Ha. Don't I have this in my radial menu thing? Where it's like you identify the hotspot? Pretty sure I do. Has to be somewhere. Let's see. Hotspot blah equals hotspot get x screen d. Hotspot number equals hat dot id. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I need. Hotspot. Aha. So it's object asterisk O is equal to object blah blah blah. All right. So O dot graphic is equal to O dot graphic plus 5. And then O dot graphic is equal to O graphic minus 5. There. There we go. Object 0 is equal to object get right. So this is just checking the object that you clicked on, and then it's setting its graphic to plus 5 and then minus 5, right? So that's easy enough. And that's what I want to happen every time you interact with a star. Any star, any object. So do I make another function or do I just say O star interact? I guess I make another function. The the president is gonna ban TikTok? I don't think the president is gonna ban TikTok. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make two functions. I'm gonna make function change graphic, and I'm gonna make function. No, you know what? I'm gonna function highlight. Highlight. And then I'm gonna make function remove highlight. Okay. So I'm going to say then object get at this and change the graphic to that, and then the problem with that is that you're going to move the mouse afterwards. So we need a new integer. Now, you know what? We don't need this. I'm just going to do every single one of these, alright? That's all. That's all. Easy. Instead of every single one of these, just... In this case, too, it doesn't matter, but whatever. So same thing happens with all of these other ones. It should theoretically happen correctly with all these other ones. So let's do that with Rando Star and all of these other randos. So do it with Orion because Orion is never correct. Actually, in order to save time this way, we just say here. We just change this to O star 1 interact. Easy. Same deal with this. Actually, I don't even need to worry about all of this other stuff. Save me 4 lines of code every single time. Same with this. Just O star 1 interact. Same deal. Ori 2 interact. Ori 3 interact. Bam. Oops. Oops. There's probably an even cleaner way to do this. Jupiter is bright out tonight. Well, that's very appropriate that we're talking about astronomy. Uh-oh, parse error near expression. Oh. Because I forgot to put minus. Alright. Why did I do that? I don't know. I don't need to test right now. I wanted to get the rando stars first. check, check. There we go. Alright, I'm probably gonna... I should Google why it's doing this. But anyway, I was just trying to figure out here if I could, here we go. Is it that one? Nope. Is it that? Nope. Ah, there we go. There's a problem. That's not the one I clicked. Alright, Orion's gonna have to be a lot bigger, I think. Because these stars are... Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. They're too close to each other. That's one of the... I think I should give an achievement for, like, you click on every single star except for the one she's asking you. Can't you just make hotspots smaller? I can, but I generally don't like to make hotspots smaller because then people complain that the hotspots are too small. And the deal with the stars here is that they have, like, a border of the entire box around them so that they're big enough. So yeah, you know, people like to complain about that stuff. But yeah, I should totally do an achievement for, like, you literally clicked every single star except the one she asked you to. That would be pretty funny. I guess I can expand Orion a little bit because it's really the only, like, non-essential one. So I get it, but to hell with people, it's a mini game. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you click on like a star that's right next to the other one, you're gonna get it anyway, so it's not that big a deal. And as long as you have, like, I don't think that these particularly, if you click on the star itself, that's the only place where that happens. Because for whatever reason. So, I mean, as long as you click on the star and it's within... I think this is the only example of the stars overlapping that much, so... Maybe these two would, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll just play... This one doesn't matter, so... Zip it up a little more. For some weird reason. Maybe it's just as simple as adjusting the baseline on them, really. Because see, even when I click on these here, it still does that. Maybe Orion's just not a good constellation to include. Yeah, see, because when you click here, it registers this one. I'll just do this. I'll make Orion bigger. Bam, 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 and now they're properly spaced, so. There. Easy. And then now we have a slightly bigger constellation in a lower area, which is not so bad. So, perfect. Okay. Cool. Now I need to figure out how to do the rest of this. These shouldn't be a problem. Let me just check real quick. And there's really very little overlap on these to the point where they would have that problem. Maybe these two. But we'll see. Probably those two, actually. These two also. Alright, let's, seems like just fix the half dozen pairs with smaller boxes and call it done. Yeah, if it becomes a problem, I'll do that, for sure. The only thing is that they use all the same sprites, so I would have to knock down one of them. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, so let me go back here and do this again. Ursa 1, interact if constellations is equal to 1. Otherwise, do that. Man, I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. That's a record. Alright, I'm not gonna copy paste just yet because I want to make sure that I get everything that needs to be done in here. Can you do your best Brian Cox impersonation or impression and talk about the universe? Unfortunately, I can't because I know who Brian Cox is, but I haven't listened to him nearly enough to be able to do an impression of him, so no, sorry. Let me check my script here. 3 chances to mark correctly choosing will connect them. It's below Polaris. Nice. Okay. The next thing I want to do, I could do it on stream, but I don't know that it's worth the time. But let's see. Let's do this. Let's see. If Ursa 1 interact, if constellations is equal to 1, then we'll do the same exact thing, except we'll do object this. Okay, if constellations is equal to 1, then we set the graphic correctly. We don't do that. We don't do wrong star. We set it to plus. We, there needs to be another integer called constellation int stars right is equal to 0. So that goes to Ursa 1 at stars right. Stars right. No, that hasn't saved yet. Stars right plus plus and o dot clickable equals false. He just copies Carl Sagan, but in a British accent. You've got to go. Thanks for streaming. Thank you, Lost Train Dude. Yeah, everybody seems to be leaving, so I'm probably just gonna call it a stream very soon. Okay, actually, this is fine because now I should find a sound effect to play. But for now, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna call it a stream. Thank you all for keeping me company on this Frontier Friday. Thank you for engaging and all that. And be sure to tell your friends about Rosewater, and tell your friends about this cool star mini game that you saw, and wish listed, and get out there and retweet my tweets and all that good stuff. Thank you. I will see you again on Wild West Wednesday, this Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and if not, I'll see you next time. Bye.